Imagine logging into Fortnite and seeing negative V-Bucks. This didn't just happen to one person, but thousands. Battle Royale has been updated over 173 different times, and if you think that backfired, wait until you hear about the emote which shut down the item shop. When Epic brought Lizzo's Icon series to the game, everyone rushed to buy it. You gotta admit it's not bad, and while it's returned quite a few times since then, we were moments away from another release when suddenly Lizzo was exposed. Fortnite is so quick to avoid controversies that they quickly deleted an entire page of Icon series emotes that was supposed to be in the shop that night. Epic doesn't collab with Bethesda often, but when they do, it is worth celebrating. So when Elder Scrolls Online arrived, we got an exclusive free gift in the Epic Games Store. Pretty cool, until we realized you could claim this multiple times, and Fortnite would hand you 300 V-Bucks for no reason. People went crazy and spent them as soon as possible, and this caused Epic to go into panic mode. For the first time ever, they removed currency from players' accounts for their own mistake, leaving some with a negative V-Bucks balance. An update that truly backfired was the fake return of the pump shotgun. Last month, Fortnite had everyone excited when they revealed the OG pump was coming to Season 3. Considering this is one of the most beloved weapons in the game, fans were already preparing for an insane return, only for it to come back as the Sharp Tooth. Okay, it's just a new name, right? Well, turns out this was totally different, with weaker spread, distance, and slightly changed stats. Yeah, a lot of fans were not happy. But Fortnite really embarrassed themselves with the Star Wars collab. Everyone was impressed by the detail in the outfits like Obi-Wan, Vader, and Anakin, only for them to be laughed at when they actually came out, all thanks to one problem, the pickaxes. Whether it was Vader's metal detector, Anakin's CCTV camera, or Obi-Wan's hunting knife, they were ridiculous. This is all because Fortnite chose to make lightsabers a mythic instead of a cosmetic, and now they are paying the price constantly. But let's be honest, I don't think anyone would care if they vaulted the mythics and just gave us lightsaber pickaxes. It's all we want at this point. Then we could share our favorite moments on YouTube, but to do that, you had to download PostParty. This was especially useful for mobile players who struggled to record their gameplay, except Fortnite messed up. Most of us have a console with a share button, so this app is useless, but to encourage everyone to download it, they gave out a free wrap and spray for signing up. Once we got the rewards, it was time to delete the account. It had no use to us after this, but that's when Epic punished us with a single button. The second you deleted PostParty, you would reopen Fortnite just to watch your whole account vanish. Even customer support had no idea what to do. But there's a feature no one expected to backfire, and that is UEFN. When this got announced, the demos were mind-blowing. I mean, look at the graphics. We were told you could make anything in UEFN, which is true, but of course, everyone decided to bring back the original map instead. These Chapter 1 islands did well until Epic released a statement saying you weren't allowed to remake old maps, and any Chapter 1 clones will be demonetized. Not to mention, Discovery completely changed the way we play Fortnite. Now Battle Royale is just one of countless experiences to choose from, which sounds good on paper, but now everyone's trying to compete to be in the tab. Whether it's meme maps or the same thing copy-pasted in different colors, people are disappointed with the current system. Now even when Fortnite releases an update, it can still blow up in their face. They tried something very different in Season 2, vaulting an iconic feature for the very first time. Supply drops have been deleted, so Epic could experiment on a new way to loot up, combat caches. Super random, and they assume it'd take a while to get used to them, but it's August and the community still hates these things. Barely anyone uses them because it reveals your location, takes forever to open, and the loot honestly isn't that great. One of the craziest decisions Epic has made was to give us a new map every 12 months. Back in the day, getting a new island sounded impossible or years away, only for Chapter 2 to blow our minds. Then it suddenly ended in Season 8, and we expected Chapter 3 to last at least the same amount of time, only for that to finish in just 4 seasons. Now, this is the norm. Every Fortnite chapter is only gonna last a year, and the community has pretty mixed feelings about it. Now that Epic has to focus on making a new map every 12 months, along with a huge finale live event, it's taking away resources from other projects. Not to mention, if there's only annual events now, we already know the ending before it happens, and the fact that it'll take us to a new map. But one of the most innovative features of Chapter 4 also ruined the game for thousands of players. The idea of augment sounds amazing and was extremely fun until Fortnite realized they didn't account for deadly combinations. Suddenly, people were using the storm market forecast to predict everyone in the final circle, or pairing balloons with glider redeploy. Of course, one of the most annoying was the Riftjector, a perk that let you vanish when enemies shot at you. But what's the point of playing if you're just gonna avoid every fight? The hatred towards perks is growing, and some threatened to quit the game until Epic fixed all of these broken augments. It's not the only time Fortnite pissed off players. In the middle of the 2022 summer event, we hopped into a vehicle and turned on the radio, only for a secret collab to happen. Suddenly, Eminem had taken over the station and it was playing his songs all week. People connected this with the empty stage POI that was just added and thought it had to be a teaser. Surely, Eminem was finally bringing us the 2022 Fortnite concert. Well, as you probably know, it never happened. What was meant to be a simple tribute ended up disappointing the entire fan base. It's just like a boss that stuck around for way too long. High Card first appeared in Season 2, and this guy was insanely useful. If you took him out, you would get access to the nearest vault, giving you incredible loot in seconds. But as time went on, High Card got so much worse. He started to only spawn in 3 out of 6 locations, so there was a chance you could drop Mega City and not find him anywhere. Even if he did show up, you had more chance of getting in the vault without a keycard thanks to a glitch where you could break through the floor with a bike. Despite all of this, High Card stuck around, outstaying his welcome, even as I'm making this video. The community agrees he needs a replacement ASAP. Another mistake Epic never learned from is the disaster of Fortnitemares. For the past couple years, this has been roasted by fans non-stop, like in 2020 when Midas's Revenge annoyed thousands of players. Instead of making an LTM, they replaced Battle Royale with Infected mode. Once you die, you come back as a ghost and hunt down the remaining survivors. Anyone who didn't like it was forced to either play or quit the game, and since then, Fortnitemares has kept backfiring. Last year, they added a DJ to the map for some reason, and his mythic item had a game-breaking invincibility glitch. I barely had a chance to use it before Fortnite disabled it. And if you're wondering what's scary about a wolf DJ, wait until you see the item shop. Instead of a terrifying collab like Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees, we got Pickle Rick. Speaking of crossovers, we have plenty of events that fans love, like the My Hero Academia collab. Bringing Deck into the game was a great decision, even if his mythic almost ruined everything. It was a Fortnite for a week before Epic realized it was full of glitches and exploits, so when they vaulted it, players celebrated. Luckily, they spent time fixing this and brought it back alongside Dragon Ball, so we actually got a chance to use them both. I guess even items that backfire can be saved. Well, that's unlike the Mammoth pistol, which was destroyed by updates. Originally, this was insanely overpowered. People loved it from day one. Nowadays, we don't really get items that can destroy players, and that's why Fortnite panicked when a lot of pros started double pumping with it. Now, if you use the latest version, it has been ruined by nerfs. People went from picking it up instantly to only using it as a budget sniper. But it was even more upsetting when Fortnite accidentally rigged their own event. With Chapter 3's Tilted Towers vote, we were supposed to pick our favorite designs and rebuild Tilted together. Well, that's until you realize that Epic made the third choice the default option, and it gave you minis just for voting. Of course, this led people to spam without reading the entries and gave all the votes to that one map. Yep, option C was the winner for all the buildings. Something that really shouldn't have changed are heavy snipers and grenades. These went untouched for half a decade, but for some reason, Epic had the urge to nerf these and made grenades only do 40 damage. As for the heavy sniper, what used to be a guaranteed one-hit kill now took 2 bullets to be effective, especially for builds. It was the main purpose of the gun to destroy structures in one hit, and that didn't even work anymore. Some players are happy with the changes, but the majority, not so much. And that's still not as hated as the removal of Support a Creator. When UEFN dropped, they decided to pay creators for playtime rather than an affiliate code. So they deleted the SAC button from the files, thinking this would just remove the device. Oh man, they were wrong. Instead, the classic button in the item shop vanished, leading creators to panic, thinking they were out of a job. For a day or two, half the Fortnite community was terrified, but luckily, it was just an accident. Kinda like the case of horrible timing with the Resistance in Chapter 3. If you remember, this took place in March 2022, the worst possible time to have a war-themed season. They had tanks invading in the trailer and a Resistance defending the island. Of course, it would look bad if they made money from this. So that is why they pledged to donate hundreds of millions of dollars to Ukrainian charities, and I gotta say, they did the right thing here. During this season, we got a special item that had been in the works for years, the Dial-A-Drop. It was a radio that let you call on supply drops, vehicles, and consumables, and despite the fact that Epic had years to work on this, they still made a huge oversight. If you use the item while dropping it, well done, you had just summoned hundreds of supply drops with no cooldown. Fortnite immediately disabled this, and it has never been seen again. If you didn't know, Epic has constantly ruined their reputation with massive security flaws. In 2019, there was a bug in Fortnite that apparently exposed the personal info of millions of user accounts. A class action lawsuit was filed against them, all because of a glitch that let hackers steal your account from clicking a link. It's not the only occasion. Celebrities have infamously been hacked in Fortnite, from Drake to Speed. Speed even got to talk to his hacker who admitted,
"Alright, listen, Speed, this is a $1 billion video game, right? This is a $1 billion company. This game has the worst security ever.
And something as simple as a unicorn is banned from competitive. In 2020, we got Deadpool's Dragoncorn Glider, and as you can see, it lets you grab on while taming it in the sky. Cool animation, but pro players were not happy. I mean, what's so bad about an innocent glider? Well, if you try and shoot someone who's deploying, they are basically impossible to hit. This caused it to get banned from Arena while Epic changed the animation, and now if you use it in 2023, your character stays in place. Those were a bunch of Fortnite features that backfired. It's been Tommy, and as always, make sure to keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.